What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. So today we are looking at Federico Valverde. Valverde. I don't know why I called him Valverde. I never do that. Anyway, as you can see, I way overpaid for him. He's going more like for 770 now, but I did buy him like the few days after he came out. As you can see, I have played 13 games with him, 2 goals, 4 assists. A couple of those were substitute appearances, but in 10 games, I did track stats with him. So we will get into those stats in a second. His stats are very, very good. I actually liked him quite a bit more than I expected to. The stats on his card are very, very good as well. Unfortunately, 3-star skills, 3-star weak foot do let him down a little bit, and medium work rates are fine, but I would prefer high, especially with the high stamina that he has at 84. Now, I did play him on a basic, which gives him boosts across the board. Not all of those boosts are relevant or important, but he does get things like 99 vision, 99 short pass, 99 long pass. And you can tell that because his passing is quite good. His dribbling is also awesome. And he can finish when he gets into the box. He did make a number of key passes as well as actual assists, so that was definitely important to note. His strength is quite good for a player in the central midfield. He is 6 foot, so he has enough height to kind of be that big body in the midfield. He was also awesome defensively, did really, really well on the defensive side of the ball. So we do have a couple of different spreadsheets to go over today. I have finally done what I've promised and put it into a comparison where we'll be able to look at 5 different midfielders and compare them all after we take that in-depth look at Valverde. So I'm going to switch over now to those that statistical analysis, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, so here we are taking a look at future Stars Valverde. Again, we did talk about the 3-star, 3-star, medium. Interesting work rates, not exactly what you're looking for in a ideal central midfielder. You'd like the 4-star, 4-star, but you can make do with it, no real problems. Now, his average rating was actually awesome. And as I mentioned before, he was a lot better than I expected him to be. So you look at his range, he was as low as 7.1, or 6.9 as a matter of fact, but did have a rating as high as 9.3. Now, when you average out the 8.6s, 8.8s, which he did get a fair few of, he actually gets over 8.0, so he gets the 8.16, which is really quite nice. He does score 2 goals and have 5 assists over that course of those games. So he is able to... I mean, I track these stats. I'm just looking back. On his card, for some reason, he's only credited with 4 assists. But I know for a fact I track all these stats correctly, so I don't know. One of them must not have... Do rage quit stats count onto cards? I don't know. So maybe something like that happened. But in-game, I promise you, he did have 5 stats, or 5 assists. So he did get the 2 goals, 5 assists, which is 7 goal contributions across the 10 games, which is not bad. Of course, there were a lot of rage quits, which has probably led to that little discrepancy there. 735 minutes of gameplay, where he should have had more like 900. Games like this are hard because he gets a 7.1, but he only played 20 minutes. I really got to start baking in minutes into their average rating, but for now, no big deal. Did get forward and shoot quite a bit, almost a shot per game, and was on target the vast majority of the time with 71% of those shots on target. But his passing and especially his dribbling were absolutely phenomenal. 85% pass rating, 94% dribble rating. Did a really, really good job with both of those. He's great on the ball. He can distribute it really well. And key passes were really high as well. 11 key passes, but only those 5 assists. So he could have had even more. Defensively, he did do well, very, very well, as a matter of fact, averaging nearly 2 tackles per game and almost 2 interceptions per game as well. He did play every game as a central mid. Sometimes it was as a second central mid, sometimes it was as more attacking, sometimes more defensive, but you'll see he did average very high numbers defensively. So now, as promised, here is our brand new midfielder comparison sheet. So this one will actually be going out 2/19. This is tomorrow as you're viewing it. So these are the 5 midfielders that I have reviewed so far. So we could actually kind of mess around with this data if we wanted. Let's sort by average rating just to see who the best player has been here. So we can sort by rating. And let's do that. So, well, it's sorted in reverse order, but that's okay. So Valverde actually has the second highest rating, a higher rating than Team of the Year De Jong. That's very interesting. Let's actually sort that back the right way. Sort range. Data has a header, player name, rating, Z to A, which should be highest to lowest, right? There we go. All right. So goals and assists combined per 90, Valverde had 0.85, which is actually not the highest here. But still more than good enough. Key touches is key passes plus key dribbles. So he did have quite a bit there as well, beating out De Jong, who I've touted as the best midfielder in this game. Maybe I'm not right, because if we look at passer rating, Valverde had the highest passing percentage of all of the players we've tested and the highest dribble percentage. And that's something to think about. He also led everyone in tackles and interceptions. Except for Keane. Keane actually hasn't beaten interceptions. So, skills, 3-star, 3-star, again, we've talked about that. But if we just look across, he has second highest average rating, fourth in goals per assist per 90. So he's more of a defensive player, the stats would suggest, than an offensive one. Key touches per 90, though, he was third in that stat. But he led all these 5 midfielders in passing percentage, led in dribbling percentage, led in tackles per game, second in interceptions per game. So those statistics really tell me that for $790K, less than half of the price of what De Jong is going for, he's a better card. He's performed better. Now, this De Jong is very near and dear to my heart. I love him a lot. But what this is saying is I should sell him and keep Valverde. Valverde's been better. So that's actually very interesting to me, and that's why I want to do these deep data dives, because it shows me that if I want the best team, I don't necessarily have to go get the best players. Now, De Jong has better statistics in every single category, which is really interesting that Valverde across 10 games performed better. Now, not all of these were the same 10 games, but De Jong was performing right next to Valverde in the same team, and you can see Valverde had the better average rating, a better passing percentage, better dribbles, more tackles. So he won the ball back far more than De Jong did. So De Jong's obviously not bad, but if you're talking value for coins, Valverde's got to be the guy you go with, right? And I know you guys can see League Objective Gomez. A review will be coming out on him once I get his upgraded card as well. But yeah, so we'll have we may or may not have a review out on him. We'll talk about that. But anyway, that Gomez actually did quite well. Really rivaled Valverde for best midfielder I've used so far, because look at this goals and assists per 90. Now, he was playing as a cam, of course, but he even contributed defensively, winning the ball back almost a time and a half per game. 5-star weak foot is actually really important too. So I guess I won't do a review on him, considering I just did one. But back to Valverde, just to give kind of a final argument here. He won the ball back more than rode to the final Conte, who's a primarily defensive player. 1.96 tackles to 1.13 for Conte, 1.84 interceptions for Valverde per game to just 1 for Conte. So I really have to say that this Valverde card really impressed me. It's a good card. For value at $790K, he's got to be worth it. 770, 780, 790 is in that neighborhood. So for me, he's definitely worth it. Hopefully you guys agree and go out and purchase this card. Unfortunately, there's not going to be any gameplay for you guys today. We are just going to have just the intro and then this statistical analysis. For me, it's a little hard because I don't just want to record gameplay with Valverde, because then this all of a sudden turns into a 25-minute video or 30-minute video instead of a 10-minute video, and I'm not sure what you guys are more interested in watching. If anybody has any suggestions for players they want me to use and review, please let me know. I'm thinking about going Serie A with this next weekend league, but you guys will have to let me know if you have any suggestions, as well as suggestions for format of the video, because I'm happy to do what you guys are interested in. So again, leave any comments down below. I'm waffling on a little bit now, so I will wrap it up. Please like this video if you're interested in any of the stats or if this helped you in any way. Please subscribe if you're new. Of course, there will be 2 recommended videos right after I'm done talking in about 5 seconds from now, so feel free to check those out as well. Thanks so much for watching, and that's going to be it from me for today. Thanks.